We can't see how Moses Simon scored that. When Moses Simon gave that beautiful assist. That's what they want to see.
All right. Welcome to Career Boss Podcast, Sport Edition. My name is Casey, as always, and I'm never alone. Joining me all the way from Ivory Coast, Uche. How are you?
I'm fine. Today is supposed to be rest day, but for some reason we're extremely busy. In the next 1 hour, we should be heading to the Eagles training. They will be training here for Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. They head to Boake, where and that's another town that's by road is like 5 hours from Abidjan. That's where they'll be playing their semi-final game against South Africa.
Okay. So, let's talk about the Angola match. What happened there? Was there any difference in what we were expecting from our last discussion? Did he play?
Yeah, he did play the same formation. It was a 3-4-3 formation, which I've told you over time had worked against Cote d'Ivoire. It has worked with he had worked with the Angolans, as we can see. It did work with Cameroon. He has adapted to that formation, and they seem to hold the ball. When people keep complaining, why are they holding the ball too much? That's part of the instruction. Hold on to the ball, soak up the pressure, move on a counter. We can't see how Moses Simon scored that. When Moses Simon gave that beautiful assist. That's what they want to see, because at the end of the day, if you can find a pattern with which your team plays with, then you're good to go. And he has seen that it's working for him. I don't know if he's going to tweak it a little against South Africa, but it is working. And no one, like the Angolan player told me, he said, look, we thought that we had it all covered against the Super Eagles, but they are fast, they're on the counter, they break too, they come in packs, and they are very fast. So the game was not how they envisaged it was going to be, and their defense was rock solid, as Jonathan Boatu said to me. So it is something that is working for him. I know that I said we were not confident about Jose Pizarro when he first came because of his resume. His resume still looks like, but with the Super Eagles, I think that you can't have the arrays of stars that you have and you still give the reason why you are not in the finals or one of the finals of the AFCON. You can't be giving reasons for that. You have you have players at your disposal. Every single position in the Super Eagles has at least 2 to 3 players in the world that can fit into it comfortably. So he has found the rhythm that is working for him. I know that some people will equally say that the players, some of them are tired. Someone like Iwobi, who has to do most of the work in the midfield with Onyeka, is a bit tired. Olaina is a bit gassed out, but no, that's not the case. It's just them trying to soak up pressure. You don't run too much. You don't to be able to withstand it, because if you get to the point where you have to play an extra minute after the 90, after full time, then you would have to have enough strength to do that.
Yes, I actually noticed the way the Super Eagles play. When they are counter-attacking, the speed they use is unbelievable. So when they are defending, of course, like you said, they try to soak pressure. It's not like they are tired. It's of course that's the whole idea of the style the coach is playing. All right.
Yeah.
Massive attack, massive
defense.
Yes. So, but then I think the boys are beginning to gel to this formation. If I'll be a bit honest with the whole setup, we may not really like the whole defense, attack, whatever, and all that. But then, even if it's not like you like I told somebody, to win sometimes is all that matters. We just need to get there. And for me, I'm looking at the array of players he has. I guess that formation is working because we have Olaina, we have so many good wing backs, and so if they're in the team, that formation actually suits them. But then I'm looking at Wabali. He came into the fold, and he didn't really do too much. But there's something I say about keepers sometimes. It's more about keeping some decisive, deadly balls. Okay, so you could be a keeper and you're active all through, right? But then you could also be a keeper, you're not so active, but those particular deadly balls that can lead to goals. This is exactly what we were not seeing in Uzoho. Regardless of what everybody thinks, he did his best, or he's doing his best right now in the fold. But just when you need him to step up to at least save one goal and give Super Eagles either a needed draw or a needed win, he fails to deliver, and that's what I saw in Wabali. What did you see something similar with his performance?
Yeah, Wabali is a very confident goalkeeper, and when he got injured against Cameroon, I had a talk with him, and he told me, "Look, I'm gonna bounce back. I'm just waiting for the MRI scan to come out." That particular game, I can tell you that he wasn't 100% fit. But that is what was available. He just had to be able to withstand the pressure and grind out the results. He was not 100%. I could tell you that Wabali was like 80% fit. It was just we needed to just manage what we have to get the much needed result. And we saw the saves that he made that day. It could have been worse. If it was Uzol, I'm not dissing Uzol. I know when Uzol was up there, it happens to goalkeepers. There's always sometimes that goalkeepers have their downtime. Yes, and that's what's happening to Uzol. Not like he's a bad keeper, but that's what's happening to him. And Nwabali is on his very good streak right now. So I saw that, and the fact that he wants to always he charges up his defense to be able to get that performance, that sterling performance that they want. We saw when he had to go to Iwobi, like, what did you just do? Couldn't you have cleared? Couldn't you have done that? And Iwobi was, Iwobi is in the team. Wabali came yesterday. Iwobi is like 5 years or 6 years in the team already. And somebody as a goalkeeper that came yesterday but he took it in good strides. That's talking about Iwobi. He took it in good strides, not like the goalkeeper wants to mess me up, but he took it. Even we still saw when Bassi couldn't clear, and Ekong was like, what? And he even had to talk to Nwabali. There was a time Nwabali was like, he didn't understand what Nwabali did, but he just had to tell me, like, guy, let your head be in it. That's the kind of confidence that we want to see in a team. Let your head be there. When we say no grief for anybody, we know they talk say no grief for anybody for mouth. You just have to bring it onto that pitch. That's what you're supposed to do, and that's what Nwabali is bringing to the party. He's very confident. That's one of the good things I like about him. He is confident, and he takes it a game at a time. He confessed that during when the game was up and they had to go at the mix zone, that's what we call it. At the mix zone, he said something. He said, "I know I haven't been tested the way I'm supposed to be tested. But I'm hoping that when I'm being tested as much as I'm supposed to be tested, everything will go well that day." So he knows that the test that is coming is not the main one. It is still to keep the clean sheet. As you said, sometimes it's not about how many goals. Like Jose Pizarro will say, it's not about how many goals you score. It is, did you win the game? So true. Nigeria now, in the team in entirety, including Wabali, they just want to win the games. They don't. If it's 1-0, like Iwobi will always tell me, look, if it's 1-0, we're good. We just have to win the game. The same thing I know will tell me, sis, it is just for us to win the game. The scoreline does not matter.
It does not matter sometimes. And
it does not matter sometimes.
To really defend Uzoho, it's not easy coming after an Enyama, a legend.
Yes, it's on.
And that was the same thing that happened to. So when I think of Uzoho's situation, there's something that comes to my mind. When a legendary player retires, right, the people that step into their shoes, they don't really value them. I can remember Kalikeme. I love him. The same thing Kalikeme went through is the same thing like Mikel Obi went through. Because another person will come and tell you, Okocha is Okocha, we know, right? But when somebody says, the Super, even in the Mikel Obi era, when people say Super Eagles are not, we don't have a creative midfield, and I'm like, all this is Mikel is doing in Super Eagles. What is it? Is it not creating chances? Must everybody do leg over like Okocha and JJ? No. So I guess people just compare, when a legendary player, like I said, exit the scene, people just look at the next guy and they're like, oh, you're not up to this other guy, that means you are bad. You're not really.
No, you know why the expectation is very high. And I wouldn't blame them. It's just like the Three Lions. You say, oh, the Three Lions, there's no Beckham, there's no Ted Sheringham, there's no Giggs, no, not Giggs, there's no, what's this guy's name again? Ooh, this midfielder. There's no Paul Scholes. There's no Paul Scholes. But in England, there is always a Paul Scholes. But it's just that the time that there is a new Paul Scholes, it has changed. Football is dynamic. Football is scientific. You do not expect what the Three Lions did 20 years ago for the new ones to replicate it now. Because the teams that they played, or the national teams that they played back then, they have evolved. True. They are not the same. It's just like I would always talk about the Super Falcons. When the Falcons were dominating Africa, where was Morocco? South Africa was a little bit the rival, but they're not still rich. Equatorial Guinea managed to win 1 AFCON. The Super Falcons have 9 AFCONs.
Good,
there was one that they did a sweep, like back to back. They were the best in Africa. But today, I can tell you that if Super Falcons are complacent, Morocco will beat them like children.
True.
Because the football has evolved over time, and we in Nigeria, we were not ready for that evolution. We thought we would continue to stay on top. That is the same problem with the Super Eagles. We thought we were going to stay on top forever. After 2018 Nations Cup, we thought that we were invincible. Who bond them? Bring them on. 2 years later, the same Cote d'Ivoire that could not beat us to win that cup. The same Cote d'Ivoire in 2015 won that same cup. Nigeria couldn't. Nigeria couldn't defend. There is no team in the AFCON after Egypt in 2022 that has defended their AFCON in the next edition. None.
It's very competitive in the AFCON.
It is very competitive. Okay, where is Senegal today?
They say it too. That it's very the AFCON just.
No, so where is Senegal? Where is Algeria? Algeria won it 2019. Algeria in Cameroon 2021 AFCON. We're looking for them. In this one now, we're still looking for Algeria. So no, you now see that.
No Egypt. It's crazy.
So you now see that from 2019 till now, Algeria might be top six in Africa, but Algeria is not here.
No.
In fact, Nigeria is number 6 in Africa. They are the only team that the first 6 that is still available, that is still in this competition.
Talking about every that, other... I'm waiting for AFCON CAF ranking this. I can't just wait to see what CAF ranking.
So you cannot imagine the teams like Mali coming to come and give you headache. Now you see what are we seeing? We're seeing DR Congo.
Cape Verde.
Yeah, we are seeing DR Congo, Cape Verde, Burkina Faso. That is what we're seeing. So as far as I'm concerned, rating the AFCON this is the best AFCON. So if you look at it, you cannot continue to have that same good stride if you're not consistent. See Morocco now. I don't know the people that said that they went to represent Africa at the World Cup in Qatar barely 2 years ago. They got to the semi-finals. Where are they today?
Nowhere.
So Football is evolving. What kind of players are you bringing into the national team? Are they hungry players? Are they players that want to make a mark? So that's what we're looking at. Nigeria is now learning that every day is not Christmas.
Okay. So moving on, Uche, from that goalkeeper and ranking situation. There's a new guy that also came back from injury, the midfielder, Hassan Yusuf. I saw him make one or two deadly passes. Is he back? Is he fully fit right now?
Yeah, Al-Hassan is fully fit. He's fully fit. Yes, he is fully fit. He has been fit, but when something works for you, you just want to stick to it. So you don't tweak it and problem starts. So when Onyeka was injured, when Onyeka Pissarro was telling him, come out, they couldn't risk Onyeka being injured, because after then I spoke to Onyeka, he said he's having a bit of pain on his thighs, but he would be fine. He would be fine. So Al-Hassan was just the only creative player at that point, and he's actually a player that would he's just like what's his name, Ademola Lookman. They will pursue you till they remove the life out of you if you don't release the ball. So that's the kind of player he is. He's a fantastic player. And funny, you would not believe that he never played one single club in Nigeria before leaving. No professional club in Nigeria. So he just played in an academy and was sold outside the country. And since then, he's in Royal Antwerp. And since then, he has been doing magnificently well. So you can imagine if you have that kind of player in the Super Eagles, you give him a year to, you keep the crop of players now, and you give them another 2 to 3 years, you're still good.
So in the next match against South Africa, are we anticipating his return to the starting lineup, or you think the coach should just play safe and bring him in as a substitute?
I think he might just play safe, unless the only time we might see him play, maybe ahead of Aribo, is when Onyeka is injured. For some reason, we don't know why.
And Yusuf on the same right.
For some reason, we don't know why the coach likes Aribo that much, but we would love to see a Hassan ahead of an Aribo in that game. That's if Onyeka is not playing. So that's what we'd like to see. But it all depends on what the coach wants to do. But Hassan is good enough to play. Well, I might not be 100% sure he's going to make it to starting 11, but he's definitely going to be on the bench, and he might have playing time that same day.
Okay, so in that Angola match, who will you say were your top 3 performers? Because sometimes in this AFCON, I've noticed. I don't
want to be biased.
Saying the best player or man of the match, for me, I just feel like it's going to be based on sentiment, based on personal opinions, because all performances have been top notch. So that's why I'm giving that tolerance, and I'm saying let's do 3. Let's not do best player. Let's do 3. Top 3.
Moses Simon, he's my G. For that run, it was beautiful.
That was a premiership run. Kind of run.
Yeah. And when I gave him the thumbs up, he was like, how they do him now. We just have to try our best. He's always very modest about his performance. He's always very modest. But now when they tell us, say you do well. Moses Simon, Ademola Lookman.
Obviously.
I wouldn't take it away from him.
If you did not call that name Uche, I would have called it.
Massive defense, massive attack. Lookman is good.
That guy is a revelation for Super Eagles.
Yes, he is. He has really grown, because I remember him playing Nigeria, Super Eagles taking on Ghana for the World Cup, last ticket for the World Cup qualifier. But they didn't do much. It was a very disappointing outing. And he has really evolved from the Lookman I know 2 years ago, 3 years ago. He has really evolved to a very fantastic, good player, fantastic player. So, Moses Simon Lookman. God. The third person. He's underrated. but he puts in the work. I don't know why people don't see his kind of work. His work rate is beautiful, and he tries as much as possible to make sure that his own position is guarded, covered, and he gives it all his best. Olaina. So he has given it from the Cote d'Ivoire game. He has given it 100% all the time. I would, if you tell me to continue, I will tell you Wabali, a truce. We believe he's a captain fantastic.
As a matter of fact, when I was thinking of top 3, I actually did top 5 because
wow.
I didn't want to be biased.
So a true second, and I would actually make my own top 6 because I need to accommodate one of the people.
I actually added a Frank.
Yeah, that's Frank, but another person that is, when he gets into the beast mode, you would enjoy his play, and he has been on the beast mode all along, as in all the time he's on the beast mode. When he actually started full time against Cote d'Ivoire, is Calvin Bassey. He's always on a beast mode, and if you have to stretch him to 120, he's there to give you a very fine performance. So for me, I'll just stretch him to 6 because at this rate, these boys are dear to my heart. They know if they are not there, I don't abuse one person. But
you know they had you. I trust you.
No, they had no other time. No, that's the thing. It's not like you don't like them.
Yeah,
it's just constructive criticism that helps them to be better. I remember when I talk to Moses Simon or talk to Olaina and they tell you that they know where they are lacking behind. They know what they are not doing well, and they are working on it. That's a sincere way of saying we can improve. Other than saying, what do they want from us? Are we going to kill ourselves? Then why are you a footballer? You make 200 million Nigerians happy, so that's what you're saddled to do, and that's what you've chosen to do.
True. For me, I would say when I think of AFCON, I feel like Nigeria just went to the transfer market to buy AFCON because that defense is working. See, is AFCON. Right? Yeah. Even when the ball is not on his feet, I see him doing the necessary coordination. Even have you seen our offside tracks and lines?
Yeah.
And the guy is just
he's everywhere.
Like drawing the line.
That's another this thing. Another person on the defense line, we don't talk about him much, but maybe because he's not a loud person, is Shemilogo Ajayi. You know, his clearance, he moves forward, he tries as much as possible, hold on to the ball, we make sure that we distribute it well. Now, this is the kind of Super Eagles we want to see. Now, we're even confused on first 5, first 6. Everybody's bringing it.
Everybody is hot, too. Everybody
is hot, including Victor Osimhen, but I don't want to be, it's a Victor Osimhen show. It is actually an everybody show because Victor Osimhen, the plan is keep the defenders busy while Ademola is doing what he's doing, or keep the defenders busy while we set up our defense, and it's working.
Even that, aside from that mistake, it will be and the midfield.
He has, in the last 2 games, Cameroon, Guinea-Bissau, Cameroon, before Angola had a decent game, but in the game against Cameroon, wow, I would say Iwobi should be lifted up because he had a good one that day.
You know one thing about football. You know, Nigeria sometimes we watch football sometimes sentimentally. If you are looking at Iwobi, the way he was playing, you will know that this guy did not play in Nigeria. Like you are seeing this academy movement. His half you know, to the normal eye, okay, as a field footballer, I'll come out. I play in the midfield, so I see things that Iwobi does. Those things are not regular. You know, so
Yeah, they're not regular. Yeah.
we don't count him as a gladiator, whatever in the Super Eagles.
He's
But when
not. It will be. He's not a. He's not too
passing and
skillful. He's
yes,
not raw. He's not strong, but he gets to do the work.
it
He's
does
not
the job,
strong,
and it's
but he
not
just
easy.
has to do.
So we play about it because we feel like what the pass we just gave, everybody can give that, but no, Iwobi is good. I just need to put a whatever.
No, the connection with the Super Eagles players now is sweet. You see them moving in parks. You see them always playing, always laughing. And I like the fact that most of them have really grown. They have really grown. Victor Osimhen under 20, he has grown. Moses Simon, they have really grown. And I like the fact that someone like Musa is there to tell them in the days of our generation, something like that.
Yes.
Yeah, so I like the fact that there is a motivation there. Kenneth Omero, he's going for his second AFCON, the same thing with Musa. So you have people that have touched the AFCON trophy before.
They know what
they understand what it means. They know the feeling. So when they tell you that to touch the AFCON, the AFCON trophy is the best thing that will happen to you in this life after Champions League, would you want to touch it? So that's what they are working on. And people will say, oh, you people abused that coach that time. And now the coach knows what he's doing. Well, if you are being paid, when you say, why should we criticize the coach that much? Please, when you pay the kind of money Nigeria is paying, my brother, if you do the current thing, you have to get the job done. And Nigeria is not a mediocre team. Nigeria is not Mali. Nigeria is not Mali. Nigeria is not a Burkina Faso. It's not. Nigeria is Nigeria. You get, so if you're working for the Super Eagles of Nigeria or you're working for Nigeria to get the AFCON, you need to do the job well.
True.
We cannot win every day. We know that. That's what Nigerians don't know, but we know. We cannot win every day. But we can actually give good performance, but we might not win. But it's better to give up a good performance and not win than for you to play shabbily all through.
Okay, so looking at our next match, moving on, looking at the next match against South Africa. I've not personally, I've not really sat down to watch South African team. But I know there's a guy there, the Persitao guy. I guess I've been watching him from the Mamelodi Sundown days till the Ahali. Sometimes DSTV, whatever. They show this South African matches. So I've been seeing him, and he's quite good. He's actually good. He reminds me of Pitropa. There's a Pitropa guy. I don't know what is it. Was it Guinea or his country? He plays just similar football as Pitropa. So this South African team now, what is it a team we should be scared?
Okay. Yes, we should be. We should take South Africa like we took Cameroon's game, Cote d'Ivoire's game, Angola's game, because Angola was slippery, very slippery. The players confessed that it was one of their toughest games yet because the Angolans were trying to. They were trying to close them down, charge them down, make them make mistakes. They were rough and everything. And the referee was looking like he wanted to aid Angola, but he'll be all right. Now, when you look at it, South Africa is going to be our biggest test. Why? Because we're rivals. The last time we met them, we beat them, that's 2019 in Egypt, 2019 AFCON. Now, they would want to take their pound of flesh. That's one. We knocked them out. They want to take their pound of flesh. That's number one. Number two, they would want to use us and shine in the Nigerian balance. They won't use you shine.
Do you know what it means to use Super Eagles to shine? That's like one of your lifetime opportunities.
So, you know the way Cameroon told Ghana they'll use us to shine. That's the same way, we're not just playing against South Africa. We're playing against South Africa, Cameroon, Cote d'Ivoire, Ghana. That's what we're doing. So South Africa, they look good. They actually knocked out Morocco, semi-finalists at the World Cup. So now, do you think, and they have knocked out, okay, Cape Verde, do you think that they wouldn't want to rejig that rivalry between us? They are mastering what, because I remember when the Angolan coach was saying, oh, Nigerian coach talks too much, Jose Pizarro talks too much, and him too, he was talking, no. But the talking was done on the pitch. Now, this is where the boys need to concentrate. Jose Pizarro would have to, if that formation that day, he has to have a plan B. If that formation is not working, the 3-4-3 is not working for Jose Pizarro on the day he's playing, he needs to switch it immediately. That's where I'm at.
I agree with you as regards having a plan B, and
so that's where the question was.
South Africa plays a fast football.
Yes. So now that's where, and they are good at counter.
Yes.
They are good in going for. So and they don't go forward. The counter is not just one person. The counter is like everybody is going there.
They play very.
So now the question I would want to ask.
Yes, the only thing about South Africa, I remember that when you beat them messy, because sometimes it feels like when they counter, they forget their defense.
Yeah, so that's where now Jose Pizarro needs to know that he has to score more than one goal. Against South Africa, you just know you have to score more than one goal, because if you do score one goal and you don't decide that you have to score the second one, they will come and score one, score two.
They will come back. They will
come back. That's where I say sometimes that he has coconut head. He might end up saying, oh, the 3-4-3 has been working. Even if he's not working on that South African day, he will still be playing it. So, that's why we say he has coconut head. But not knowing that you have to have a plan B in the case of South Africa. So we're hoping that even if he still deploys his 3-4-3 or he wants to deploy a 4-3-3, he has a plan B while doing that.
I actually hope so, because if we look at the teams we've met, they play similar kind of football, like Angola, Cote d'Ivoire. South Africa is the only team that plays differently from all the teams we've met. So we would want to see how Pizarro can adapt to that new challenge against South Africa. And I'm positive if we go past South Africa, then we are likely taking that cup.
Yeah, if it goes past South Africa, it is for us to lose, because I am going to be an AFCON winning journalist, so I don't know what they are talking about. We are coming back with the trophy.
Amen. I'm very positive.
You see, you don't start Nigeria. Amen.
Sometimes we need some bit of luck in this thing. So.
No, I agree. Prayer actually has brought us this far, because I know every match Nigeria plays, you see Nigerians, where I am in the hotel, we actually hold hands to pray, like this is what we want. We want a good result, and well, it has been working for us, and God no go shame us.
God no go shame us. So before we let you go, let's see if we can put an attribute to each player in the Super Eagles.
Okay. I would love that.
Yes. So I would want to say Ekong right now in this AFCON.
Ekong.
Dependable.
So yeah.
You take it off from there.
Ekong. Okay, let me just start from Nwabali.
Okay, Nwabali.
Okay, amazing. Ekong, dependable. Shemilogo, awesome. Mr. Lulu, that's Olaina, solid rock. Basi, the beast.
The beast.
Onyeka, sleek and calm. It will be it will be a breath of fresh air. Then you move Zaidu,
Bipolar.
Yeah, they do. I don't want to use the word bipolar, but it they touch us sometimes. Zaidu is cool. Let me just use the word cool. Then what's his name? Moses Simon, Mr. Efficiency. What's his name? Ademola Lukman. Outstanding. Yes.
With an ovation. That outstanding is with an ovation. As long as it's
outstanding. Yes, outstanding.
Yes, the best player of the tournament. I won't be surprised.
Yeah, no, I won't be surprised. Then Osimhen. Osimhen. He's good. But I'm now looking for the word. The word, the outstanding has gone to Ademola Lukman. So Osimhen will just be brilliant.
Unfortunately, he has not been prolific. I would have said let's
use. No, I wouldn't use the word prolific. I will use brilliant. Why? Yes. The brilliancy comes with I'm charging down the defense. I'm trying to make sure I'm a nuisance. I'm trying to create chances for my people. That is the brilliance that comes with it. He's a striker that we're thinking was injured. He's always been bullied, but his brilliance comes into play when they are moving forward.
Very, very true. Very true. So finally, let's get your prediction against this Nigeria South Africa.
2-0. 2-0. Nigeria.
It's sure for you.
I told you I'm an AFCON winning journalist. God cannot shame me.
God will not shame us.
Yeah, too.
Thank you very much, Uche. Thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you so much. I had a blast.
We appreciate everything. So, all right. So that ends the Career Boss Podcast Sport Edition, guys. Please kindly like, share, and follow our channel for more exciting episodes on Sport Edition with Career Boss Podcast. Thank you, guys.